Most people believe betrayal comes from enemies. It doesn't. It comes from those you trust the most. This story begins in an ordinary place. An office where ambition feels harmless and friendship feels safe. Two colleagues joined at the same time. Michael and Daniel, same position, same responsibilities. They worked late together, shared ideas, shared frustrations, shared small victories that made the future feel equal. For a long time, there was no competition, only familiarity. When Michael began receiving recognition, it felt natural to bring Daniel closer. Access felt like loyalty. Trust felt like strength. Michael believed closeness created unity. He believed shared history created safety. What he didn't realize was that power doesn't measure history, it measures position. Then came one meeting. A project Michael had quietly shaped for months was presented by Daniel instead. Not aggressively, not defiantly, calmly, confidently. No argument followed, no accusation was made. Just silence. After that, decisions stopped reaching Michael. Invitations disappeared. Conversations ended early. Authority shifted without explanation. By the time Michael understood what had happened, his position no longer mattered. This wasn't betrayal driven by anger. It wasn't revenge. It was adjustment. This was power behaving exactly as it always does. This is GhostVoice. And this lesson comes from the book, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. A book that explains power the way it actually works, not the way we wish it worked. Most people fear enemies and relax around friends. Power does the opposite. An enemy is visible. Their opposition is clear. You know where they stand, so you prepare. You stay alert, you measure distance. A friend is different. A friend has access. Access to your plans, your doubts, your timing, your confidence. Trust lowers the guard that enemies could never break. This is why betrayal never arrives loudly. It arrives quietly, disguised as familiarity, shared jokes, and shared history. Friends don't plan betrayal the way enemies plan attacks. It happens slowly, almost unconsciously. Friends compare themselves to you even when they don't mean to. Comparison is automatic. When progress is equal, friendship feels safe. When imbalance appears, discomfort begins. Your success becomes a mirror, and mirrors reveal what people try not to see. Envy does not always look like hatred. Often it looks like encouragement. It looks like concern. It looks like advice that subtly limits you. An enemy wants to defeat you. A false friend wants to replace you. That difference matters. Enemies attack from the front. False friends move from the side. This is why enemies can sometimes be safer than friends. An enemy has motivation but no entitlement. They know where they stand. They expect resistance. Friends often feel owed. They believe shared history excuses behavior. They believe emotional closeness removes consequences. Power does not agree. Power respects clarity, not comfort. Consider how people behave when you struggle. They support you. They sympathize. They encourage you. Struggle does not threaten identity. Now observe how people behave when you succeed. Praise becomes quieter. Advice becomes sharper. Jokes change tone. Success creates comparison, and comparison creates tension. This is where trust becomes dangerous. Trust invites people into spaces they have not earned. Trust hands over information without testing intention. Trust assumes goodwill will remain stable under pressure. Power knows better. Power understands that loyalty is easy when circumstances are equal. Loyalty is tested only when position shifts. This law does not tell you to abandon friendship, it tells you to protect position. Keep friends but never confuse familiarity with safety. Distance creates respect. Excess closeness creates entitlement. Power requires space to remain stable. The most dangerous people are not those who oppose you openly, but those who feel close enough to believe your place should have been theirs. Power does not warn you when trust becomes a liability. It allows you to feel safe while influence quietly shifts. By the time damage is visible, control is already gone. Awareness must come before comfort, because power does not protect intentions. It only respects structure. Never put too much trust in friends. Thank you for listening. If this made you think, like the video, subscribe for the rest of the laws, and share it with someone who needs to hear it.